Hinata versus Hoshiumi. Who's better? Who's more talented? You might have wondered about this question, and maybe have an answer too. But what really is true? To answer this question, and before the analysis, we must keep these 2 points in our minds. 1. Furudate-sensei is detail-oriented, which means unless it's Kageyama's story, everything about a character's story is usually mentioned. 2. The moment the story starts. The story begins when Hinata finally starts learning volleyball properly. At that time, Hoshiumi had already gone through enough struggle that it's easy to call him talented. But imagine if the story started from the moment Hoshiumi first picked up volleyball, too. Let's take a look at what Hinata achieved, or what was said about him, in less than a year of properly learning volleyball. 1. The dun jump. Hinata learned the dun jump from the worst mentor when it comes to explaining things, Kageyama. Yet within 3 tries, he already started getting the hang of it. He mastered it after watching Hoshiumi, meaning it took him fewer than 10 tries and less than a few weeks of training. Now, what about Hoshiumi? There's no specific mention of how long it took him to master the dun jump or how much effort he needed. On the other hand, if we rewind to episode 2, with how confidently Hinata advertises his jump, it suggests Hinata required less effort to reach that level of jumping ability. This is supported by Furudate-sensei's interview, which indicates that he intentionally made Hinata gifted with athletic abilities, speed and jump, to compensate for his short stature. Furthermore, Kenma and Kuru's dialogue also notes that Hinata's jump has gradually improved during the single match against Kamamadai, serves as a proof of this theory. This supports my theory that it's difficult for late bloomers to reasonably keep up with those who started training years earlier, unless there's something reassuring to make it feel possible. As for Hoshiumi, he was once benched during his middle school years. Whether that means he hadn't yet mastered the dun jump or his school simply has very high requirements is unclear. Hinata's situation is similar to Suna Rintaro's flexible body and Sakusa's flexible wrist. 2. Speed. Hoshiumi is fast as shown in his pre-time skip stats. But Hinata's speed? His speed is probably over 5 out of 5. How do we define it? The fact that other characters can do the dun jump proves it's realistic within the universe, Hoshiumi and the Little Giant. But Hinata is the only one with that kind of speed. The only character whose speed is close to him is Inuka. This implies Hinata's speed is special. 3. Athletic ability and quick reflexes. Since episode 1, Kageyama has made it clear that Hinata has athletic ability. Meanwhile, there isn't a single line confirming that Hoshiumi does too. This athletic ability seems to serve as a way to make Hinata's jumping and speed more believable. So it's not that he's simply gifted with a jump, but rather gifted with athletic ability that allows him to jump. Natural athletic ability, nature. Some people are born with genetic traits that give them a head start in sports, such as 1. Fast twitch muscle fibers. 2. Height or limb proportions. 3. Aerobic capacity. 4. Coordination and reflexes. Hinata had at least numbers 1 and 4 to support his athleticism. You might want to argue, but Hoshiumi has better game sense. Sure, but it would be pretty embarrassing if Hinata, who's been playing seriously for less than a year, could outdo someone who's been at it for years. But of course, athletic ability is meaningless without the hard work to maintain it. Still, that doesn't erase the fact that it gives him an undeniable advantage. So, can we call it talent? And how does Kita Shinsuke define talent? The answers lie at the end of this analysis.